love to hate. Andrew Anderson spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast like a punch right to your face. College sports villain taking it over the place. I'll bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. Hard rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me. Unleashing the truth, setting it all free. Unleashing the truth.
Welcome to Villains, the podcast. We got a great show for you tonight. We're going to be previewing Notre Dame football season, South Carolina football season, and Vanderbilt football season because we all know our resident Vandy fan, and I can't wait to see what he has to say about this. So, check out the new Lenore Sellers jersey. Yeah, brand new, just got it. But without further ado, what's up, James?
What's good, man? Ain't nothing but a G thing. I got Florida versus Carolina on right now. Ant-Man is out for blood after after the other night, and on top of that, it's Thursday. It doesn't get much better than this.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. I've been looking forward to this show for a couple weeks, which I got with Chris and see if he wanted to do the our team's preview show. Hold on, buddy. Hold on one second.
Oh, boy.
Okay, he's crazy.
Aren't all kids, though?
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I've been looking forward to this. I've been looking forward to this for a couple weeks. It's going to be an actual football heavy show, something we haven't done in a while under the new format. Still waiting on Chris here. What? Okay, get up there and watch your tablet. Go watch your iPad. All right, so the wife is working tonight, so that's why I'm in the room with the boy.
Right.
So I have no idea where Chris is. I'm going to message him real quick. Let's see. All right. So we messaged Chris. So, preview show, James. Are you excited?
Oh, hell yeah, as always, man.
I'm excited. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. So yeah. I guess while we wait on Chris, we could go ahead and start with this. Pick one, James.
Oh, man, that's a tough one.
Yeah, it is, bro.
Honestly, I'm going to have to stick with one of the two classics, either chocolate chip or mocha monster.
So I'm with you. I would add birthday cake as a third, but just behind mocha monster and chocolate chip as well.
Yeah, like as far as milkshakes go, I've always been a big chocolate fan.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, chocolate's the best, bro.
It really is.
Nothing's better than chocolate. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, chocolate chip, mocha, birthday. But if you had to pick one that you absolutely would not drink, which one would it be?
I'd probably have to go with red velvet. It's mostly better in cake form, and so there's a little shop that I've been going to for quite some time. It's called Nothing Bun Cake, BUNDT,
But
and they have like these little bun cakes, and one of them is red velvet. And it's hard to see red velvet as a if that's strawberry, then I'm okay with that. But as far as red velvet goes, yeah, it's definitely better in cake form.
oh yeah, look, dude, red velvet is nasty as fuck, bro. It's nasty cake, and I'm certainly hell not gonna drink it. Like that shit can kick all the rocks.
Hey, don't be knocking red velvet till you try it, man. It's good when it comes to cake, especially the cream cheese frosting.
Look, I've tried it. Cream cheese is ass. It's the nastiest cake I've ever had in my life. As a kid, I was so excited because red's my favorite color, right? My dad made this red velvet cake. So, man, I got me a big old piece, man, that cream cheese frosting on top. Had no idea. You know, I'm like 6. And, I took a bite of that, man. I started gagging. And
Oh, no.
I was like, no, I can't do this shit. It's just bad, bro. Like, I just don't like it. I don't know where Chris is. Maybe he's just running a little late. He's not been online in 20 minutes.
Yeah. Snickerdoodle, though, does sound really interesting.
I'd try it.
For sure. Especially with the caramel topping as well. Yeah, I'd give that a go.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying Snickerdoodle. If I was just in the mood for something sweet and I had to have something, just had to, and cookies and cream was there, I'm not a big cookies and cream fan, but it's not disgusting.
Yeah.
So,
I've had a cookies and cream protein drink before, and it's really not that bad. But as far as a milkshake goes, that's kind of intriguing.
yeah, no, Snickerdoodle, man. I'm all about some Snickerdoodle, man. I like Snickerdoodle pie, but you got that Snickers in it too, and I'm a big fan. Our next co-host will be coming in just a second. He said he's on his way.
Okay. Yeah, he probably got stuck in traffic or something.
He does. So everybody, like Chris is an hour behind me, and he has to drive home for work. So, you know, we have to wait on him. So, but without further ado, yeah, what's up, Chris?
What's going on, my fine two gentlemen?
Oh, today's the day, Chris.
I'm ready for it.
I am ready for your predictions.
I'm going to give it.
So before we move to anything else, which milkshake are you grabbing first on this image?
To tell you the truth, I've never had any of these, but if I had to choose between these 6, I'd go tried and true with the chocolate chip with no whipped topping.
So I'll be honest with you. I've never had any of these either. I've never had a mocha milkshake, a chocolate chip. I have had a birthday cake blast or whatever the hell they're called from Dairy Queen, but never that.
Yeah, these look like something you would get at that coffee shop, Dutch Brothers.
Okay. Yes. So me and James also went with the tried and true mocha and chocolate chip as well. That's just the ones that look the best on the picture. Which one will you absolutely not drink?
Birthday cake. Yeah, I'm
afraid
of it. I'm afraid of it.
So you would drink a red velvet milkshake over a birthday cake milkshake?
I mean, red velvet's one of my top 5 cakes that I like, so I'd
Thank
try
you.
it. I would try it.
I would try. I love red velvet cake, but in milkshake form, not my cup of tea.
Crazy talk. Red velvet's nasty as shit, bro. Like I'm not eating red velvet. I'm not drinking red velvet. Just so you know, Chris, Emily's at work. I have the boys, so I'm in the bedroom. I'm normally in my studio, but I got the new Lenore Sellers jersey on. Boy, that shit fly. Yeah, I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah. I got my baseball gear on. We fixing to throw first pitch. I got my shirt on. I'm ready to go too.
Yeah. Look, James got his Notre Dame. You got your Vandy. I got my Gamecock stuff, man. It's gonna be a great day. So we're just gonna bless some old FAFOs because I didn't have time to find one this week. But
I sent you one last week. Or did you forget about that?
well, we talk a lot, Chris. Let me see.
Let's see where it's at. I know I sent you one.
Jesus Christ, the series might be over before it even started. The friggin' Panthers are up 3-0 on the Hurricanes right now.
All right. Yeah, I found it, Chris. Hold on. I'm gonna have to upload it and all that. Give me a second. Hey, look, we knew that was gonna happen though, for real.
Very true.
I mean, if I were a betting man, I would have bet that it would have went down that way.
Oh yeah.
I would not have bet a Vandy guy would go off for 30 in Pacers Celtics or Pacers Knicks game last night.
Hey, I love it.
Hey,
Yeah, that was one hell of a freaking game last night. Unfortunately, the Knicks didn't hold it down in overtime.
He's also a South Carolina native. He's originally from South Carolina.
That I did not know. I knew Zion was.
Yeah, Aaron Neesmith got Player of the Year. They were both seniors the same year, and Aaron Neesmith actually got Player of the Year in South Carolina over Zion Williamson.
Oh yeah, for sure. It happens sometimes. All right, so I got it. I got it.
Oops.
Oh.
One more time.
Quick, dude, that girl's looking at you. Do something cool. Boom. I said cool, not stupid.
Right.
Hey, they learned themselves a lesson.
That they do.
Number one, if you're going to be doing donuts in the parking lot, make sure you're not near the traffic lights. And
Right.
two, don't be hanging out the damn window when you're doing donuts.
Don't.
No.
So. I can't help it. I absolutely love that one.
That car kind of looked like that pole that she was using.
It sure did. That car got messed up. That was hilarious. So I want to do one more of the foods before we go into it, and then we'll save the third food for the last. Hold on. Yeah, we'll do that one last. All right. Pick one per row that you like the best. We'll start with James.
So row number 1, I'm gonna have to go with pancakes. Almost every time I've gone over to the wife's house or the wife's parents' house, her mom and her dad are always making a big breakfast. One of them included is pancakes. Row number 2, I'm gonna have to go with a good old fashioned hamburger, lasagna if I'm in the mood for it, and same thing goes for stir fry. And row number 3, gotta go with an all time classic, being apple pie.
All right. No crazy talk there at all. I'll give you my spiel in a minute. Chris.
So before I do this, I have to ask one question.
Yeah.
On the burger, does it have to be with the American cheese and the lettuce, or can I adapt it to what my favorite burger is?
What your favorite burger is, because you would choose what you cook.
A mushroom and Swiss with lots of sauteed mushrooms.
Don't
Yeah,
forget
I
those
love
onions.
mushrooms.
So I'm going to go French toast. Give me a mushroom and Swiss burger. And the chocolate chip cookies.
Nice. For me, I'm gonna agree with James on pancakes. Pancakes are the bomb. Nothing's better than pancakes when it comes to breakfast to me. Add some butter and some syrup on them, and that shit. Especially if you can get that hot syrup, the one that's warmed up. Oh, I love that shit.
Ooh.
Number two, 100% stir fry.
Mm.
I mean, not stir fry. What the hell? Lasagna. Lasagna is outside of fried chicken. Lasagna is my favorite food. Chris said stir fry. I messed my whole head up. Outside of fried chicken, lasagna is my favorite food. And on the bottom, we all chose different. I'm going with brownies all day long, man. You can put walnuts, you can put pecans, you can put anything you want. Double chocolate. I like double chocolate fudge brownies. But I will eat apple pie and I will eat cookies as well. So agree with that one. So eliminate one per row, James.
Ooh, man, that's tough. I guess as far as the first row, I would probably have to say oatmeal. I mean, if it's just regular oatmeal and you're adding regular fruit, yeah, that can kick rocks. Ooh, row number 2. I'll probably have to go with stir fry. Behind burgers, good slice of lasagna. You can never say no to. This, ooh. I think for row number 3, I'm gonna have to go with brownies, because usually if you make chocolate chip cookies the right way, no matter what, the outside is always going to have that nice crunch, and the inside is just going to be nice and gooey.
That's crazy talk. Oh, brownies are the best, man. You get brownies. Oh shit. Crazy talk of the day.
No, that's crazy talk of the day right there.
You would throw out brownies, James? I mean, come on, man.
If it was weed brownies, I wouldn't throw them out.
Yes, our friends at Sports Bible, everybody loves special brownies. That's what we call them in South Carolina, special brownies. I like brownies. It would be hard to ruin a brownie. I had a cousin one time. Maybe it was my uncle. I can't remember. They brought some brownies. Hold on one second, y'all. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh boy. Sometimes with brownies, the outer edge is just always too crunchy, and
too hard, too crunchy, right?
At the edge, it's like that's all you can really enjoy, especially when it's like first out of the oven, and you always got to go for the middle piece as well.
Oh, if you ain't getting the middle piece, you ain't eating the right brownie.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, so I forgot what I was saying. The wife calls, you answer.
That's true.
That's true.
I'm not going to deny that. That is a straight fact.
Oh yeah, for sure. Wife calls. Hold on. Especially because she knows I'm on the show, so like it must be important.
Right.
All right, Chris, your turn.
So I'm dumping the oatmeal. I'm not a big. I'll eat my vegetables, but I'm not a big fan of having my vegetables mixed all together. So I'm dumping the stir fry. And I'm keeping the brownies. I'm getting rid of the apple pie. It's a hard choice to make, especially if the brownies are made right. They can't be hard on the outer edge. I don't like the hard. You go to bite into it and you break a tooth off. It's got to be soft and chewy. And the first one out of the pan is always coming out of the middle.
On the brownies?
Yes.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah! I'm grabbing the middle slice too.
Hell yeah! Put a big old scoop of vanilla ice cream on that bitch.
Oh yes,
too.
Fresh out of the oven with the ice cream. What are you talking about?
I remember what I was saying. I had a cousin or an uncle. I have cousins that are way older than me, so I can't remember who it was. At a family gathering one time, and they made regular chocolate brownies, but they added vanilla in it. Oh my God.
Ooh.
Like that shit was so fucking good, y'all. I'm gonna have to do that again. I haven't had that since I was a kid whenever they made it that time. All right. For me, it's a hard one, but oatmeal is gonna have to go. I love oatmeal with butter and all that, but French toast and pancakes are fucking delicious. So oatmeal is gonna have to kick the rocks on this one. Number 2, man, that burger could kick all the fucking rocks, bro. Like, I'm not a burger guy. Like, lasagna and a good stir fry is hard to get rid of. I mean, if it's made right and you have your little corns in it and shit, that's really good. The bottom one for me is, as much as I love chocolate chip cookies, they're gonna have to go here because apple pie straight out of the oven with vanilla ice cream on it, it's hard to beat that. It really is. And if it's a Dutch apple pie, it's even better, man. You got that crust on the top and some ice cream on top of it, man. There's little better than apple pie, hot apple pie with vanilla ice cream. Like, it's hard to beat it. It really, truly is. But yeah, cookies don't have to go. Did you choose oatmeal to go too, Chris, or did you choose French toast?
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal, yeah. Well, I mean, to be honest, oatmeal is a good, quick breakfast if you have to have it. But if you got nothing to do and you go out to a restaurant and they said, hey, we got specials today. 1 is pancakes, 2 is French toast, 3 is oatmeal. Not a soul in their right mind is going to choose oatmeal in that scenario.
Or hell, even if you're at home, like day off of work or it's a weekend, lazy Sunday, you're up and at 'em. You're either going to make French toast or pancakes. One of those two.
I agree 100%. I like oatmeal. I love pancakes and French toast. There's the difference there. I just want to play this one again. I can't help it, y'all. I'm sorry.
Happy 4th of July, motherfuckers. This is Superhuman TV Show. Today I'm going to get hit with fireworks. This is for juggalos and juggalettes. Do not try this at home, and I hope you like it. Whoop, whoop! Light that bitch up! Fuck this shit!
I can't help it, man.
What I want to know is how many Four Locos did that kid have before he thought that was a good idea?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. So I'm AC, calm down. I'm reading some comments. I guess they didn't do directly, but it's coming through on my X, and Arthur Morgan says this shit again.
It's funny.
It is. That is hilarious. So I guess we'll take a quick commercial break and then we'll get into college football preview. Sound good to y'all?
Hell yeah.
I'm ready.
All right. You're watching Villains, the podcast, only on the Villain Media Network.
love to hate. Andrew Anderson spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast like a punch right to your face. College sports villain, taking it over the place. I bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. Hard rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me. Unleashing the truth, setting it all free. Unleashing the truth.
Welcome back to Villains the Podcast. Got a couple comments here. And what exactly makes us commies? I'm confused about why you would call us commies. Like it doesn't get more America than this. Chris is wearing his fucking American flag Vanderbilt hat. Ain't no communism over here.
And plus, I don't think there's any other school in the country that is more religious than Notre Dame.
Oh no, for sure.
They got the touchdown Jesus and everything.
They do. That's weird, Arthur. No commies. All right. Which
It must
one
not be. It must not be too bad because he's taking time out of his day to watch us and comment on our stuff. So it can't be too bad, right?
True.
No, it can't be. We have a new comment. Hi. Like this right here is my favorite person. So hi. She's at work tonight and I'm missing her a lot. So who you want to do first?
Dealer's choice.
I'll make a recommendation.
Emily.
Since Notre Dame was in the playoffs last year, give them an honor of going first.
All right, I'm good with that.
Works for me.
And Chris, you gonna go first, then I'll go. Then James will go last. You'll go last with Vanderbilt, and I'll go last with South Carolina. I think that's fair because those are our teams respectively. What the fuck? Oh my god, that's okay. Appreciate the content. Interaction. Chris.
So I think Notre Dame actually opens up the year 0-1. I think Miami gets them in Miami. I don't think Miami's going to be great this year, but I think they're going to, with Carson Beck, I think they've got enough talent that they can upend Notre Dame playing at home. You know, that's not to say anything bad about Notre Dame. I just think Miami gets that win down there in the state of Florida.
Yeah, and they just recently got Carson Beck too in the transfer, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then they travel to Arkansas. Snooze fest. Notre Dame blows them out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I mean, I think it goes left to right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
it was.
okay.
It's the only graphic.
It threw me off for a second too, seeing like up, down, left, right, and stuff like that.
So ours are in order, but Notre Dame had to be fancy. So
leave it to Notre Dame to screw some shit up, right? Okay, so you're 0-1. Texas A&M at home. They're going to be really good with Marcel Reed at quarterback. I just don't think they're going to be good enough to beat Notre Dame in South Bend. Purdue, snooze fest. That's a yawner. You're 2-1. At Arkansas, you blow them out. You're 3-1. Boise State's going to be an interesting case study. Without the running back, I don't know how good they're going to be. They'll be competitive, but I think Notre Dame wins that game. Sitting at 4-1. North Carolina State, I think they're ass. 5-1. Southern Cal coming into South Bend, you know that's always a very good ball game.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know that USC's got very much talent left this year. So I'm going to call Notre Dame winning that one. They're going to beat Boston College.
Mhm.
Correct.
I think they handle Navy. I don't think Pitt is going to be very good.
No, they're not.
I don't think Syracuse is going to be good. They'll be competitive, but I don't think they're going to be good. Stanford is ass.
Super ass.
I see Notre Dame getting through this at 11-1.
Oh, nice. So Chris has Notre Dame at 11-1. Yeah. So for me, I'm gonna pull it up on my phone because my eyes suck and I can't really see. I mean, I can see. I need to see where they're playing at because that matters. All right, Miami at Miami. I don't know. You don't know what Miami's really gonna have. The portal in, portal out. Carson Beck, we know he's proven, but how's he gonna do in that offense? Cam Ward obviously did very well, so that bodes well for him in that offense. He has so many off the field distractions. He moved there to be with his girlfriend, and she left him, and but who hasn't had to deal with that?
Mm-hmm. I mean, at least he had a real girlfriend, right?
Yeah, at least he ain't been
Damn, man, Tateo catching a stray, and he's been gone for 13 years.
I just don't know. This one's really hard because anytime you bet on an ACC team to do good, they break your fucking heart. Give me Notre Dame. Texas A&M. I think Texas A&M is going to be a top 10 team when it's all said and done. Looking at all the talent they're bringing back, I mean, it's hard to say that they're not going to be good. I'm taking Texas A&M to win this game. They're that good, or at least they should be. Purdue is just ass. Notre Dame wins that. Arkansas super ass. Notre Dame wins that. Boise State, and it's at home, and Boise State has no Genty and not the same team. Give me Notre Dame. I don't think NC State's going to be ass, but I don't think NC State's got what it takes to beat Notre Dame at Notre Dame by any stretch of the imagination. So give me Notre Dame. USC has done absolutely fucking nothing to prove to me that they can beat Notre Dame at Notre Dame. Nothing. I ain't seen no good recruiting class. I ain't seen a bomb-ass transfer portal. I don't even know who their quarterback's going to be this year. Notre Dame. Boston College, super ass. Doesn't matter if they play in Afghanistan. Notre Dame wins this game. Navy ain't going to have what it takes to beat them. Even though they're traveling to Pittsburgh, I don't think Pittsburgh is going to be very good at all this year. Notre Dame. Syracuse, good season last year. They'll be missing a huge piece behind center there. I don't think they can go into Notre Dame and win. And Stanford, my God, man. Stanford's the worst team on this graphic, even worse than Purdue. I agree with Chris. We got there in a different path, but 11-1 is where I see them as well. James, this your team. Break it down.
Yeah, I mean, these first two games are really tough to tell. But ultimately, I think that Notre Dame going into Miami, Yeah, Notre Dame going into Miami, I could really see Carson Beck being the difference maker. Cam Ward went out, enter Carson Beck. He's played on a national championship team before, so he'll definitely have that like experience and leadership to possibly lead Miami to a win over Notre Dame. So Notre Dame goes back to South Bend to welcome A&M. A&M has a lot of talent, not to mention they're one of the most hostile environments to play in, and that's including with the SEC teams that they play against. But Notre Dame can be just as loud, so I'm taking Notre Dame at home.
So I just want to go ahead and point something out real quick. I can't put that comment up because I don't know if Facebook will flag us or not. Number two, to say Notre Dame is as raucous as Texas A&M is crazy talk. Continue.
Fair enough. Honestly, I really wish this game was a rivalry game because it's two in-state opponents. But yeah, Purdue does really suck, so that's a blowout win for sure. Yeah, more than likely that's going to be a day game. Arkansas, you had your fun last year, giving fans like those cardiac type of games and everything like that. But yeah, so welcome to the bottom of the barrel. Boise State without Ashton Genty going into Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame pulls it off. Genty was really the difference maker for Boise State and still got robbed of the Heisman Trophy. But regardless, still taking Notre Dame. NC State coming to visit. Yeah, still rocking Notre Dame. USC, they're going to slap the shit out of those University of Spoiled Children bitches. And I also want to hear that fat ass scream from California. Notre Dame going into Boston College, fighting Irish all day, every day. Man, I've always had my heart torn between this game, and doesn't matter. Either way, the result still remains the same. Notre Dame over Navy. And then from there on, Notre Dame just closes it out on a 3-game win streak with wins over Pitt, Syracuse, and Stanford.
So what's your final record for Notre Dame?
11-1. Like I said, Miami and Texas A&M could go either way.
I mean, I think Chris and I agree with that as well. Because I had to sit there and think about that Miami game. I analyzed that one for a good minute and a half when I talked about it because you just don't know what you're going to get. ACC teams should be good, and then they're not. And then Texas A&M, with the talent that they have, should be competitive in every single ball game they have in the SEC, which leads me to believe they can hang with Notre Dame. Let's see, we got another one. 4 weeks of the Big Ten versus Big East, then Big Ten versus Pac-12 to finish the season. Look, I am not a nostalgia type of. I am a nostalgia type of guy, but not college football nostalgia so much. But I agree with Chris on one thing. Like, bring back the Southwest Conference, bring back the Pac-12, bring back the Big East, put people back in regional spots.
Yep.
You can still make as much money as you're making now. That's crazy talk to say, well, if we don't join this, then we won't make this amount of money. That's dumb. That's not true at all. That's crazy.
Yeah, you just got to find the right teams that'll provide the right competition and be like, okay, cool, we got something going.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I agree. My friend over there who's watching us on the Golden Broom YouTube channel. So appreciate you watching through the Golden Broom. So we are having 11-1, 11-1, and 11-1. I guarantee that we will not have the same records for the next two teams. I guarantee.
I'll say this for Notre Dame: 10-2 at worst. They open up the season with losses against Miami and Texas A&M.
So, TriStar, I don't know how old you are to remember South Carolina in the ACC, because that shit went away before I was born. They were in the Metro Conference when I was born. But no, if South Carolina were to go to the ACC, they would win 10, 11, 12 games every single year. And while that may sound good for the heart and get into playoffs and all that, if we ain't playing the best competition, I don't want it. I'll be honest with you. I just don't want it. I will take Maryland back to the ACC because Maryland does not belong in the Big Ten. You are 120% right. And bring Georgia Tech back to the SEC as well. Georgia Tech belongs in the SEC. I mean, they're going to be a doormat, but it just makes sense.
Yeah.
I was lucky I did not.
He did not. So, making sure I'm not missing anything here. So, are we, Emily, if you're still watching, tell us who to do next, Vandy or South Carolina? If she don't answer in just a second, I'll flip a coin or something. So, while we're waiting, I want to bring this back up real quick. I just want to point out to all the new viewers that are here. Chris, she said do South Carolina next. We have done Notre Dame so far, and we all have them at 11-1, Buckeye backers. I just want to point out that Chris says he will drink a red velvet nasty ass milkshake over a birthday cake milkshake. I just want to throw that out there for everybody. He says do Vandy. Emily says do South Carolina.
I say happy wife, happy life.
Let's see. Let's read this comment. Yeah, I mean, like all that is true. They don't really play Wake Forest a lot. The East Carolina would be a more common opponent for them, to be honest with you, than Wake Forest would, because we play East Carolina all the fucking time. And I'm not saying that it I would love to go and dominate, but I don't want to go back. Yeah, I know, honey. I will get you a milkshake, I promise. All right, do the cocktail. All right, we'll finish with Vandy. Y'all hang out. We're gonna do South Carolina next. Historically is well, and that may be true because they were in the ACC for so long. But in my lifetime, I don't recall one game against Wake Forest in my entire lifetime, but I recall at least 10 against East Carolina. So that's what I'm basing mine on. So South Carolina schedule. Gosh, let's start with James. South Carolina, and it goes left to right on here as well.
Yeah, I also got the schedule pulled up on my phone as well. So, but first game of the season, Virginia Tech versus South Carolina.
It's neutral site, Atlanta, Georgia.
Ooh, okay. I mean, either way you look at it, South Carolina is still going to have home field advantage. I'm taking the Gamecocks over Virginia Tech. South Carolina State, they go 2-0. This is going to be an interesting one. Vanderbilt versus South Carolina. Fuck it. I'll take South Carolina. They're 3-0. Next game up, Missouri. Looking back last year, they were definitely a fool's gold type of team, especially in the SEC. So, yeah, I'm not buying anything, or I'm not picking anything up that they might be putting down. I'm not buying anything that they might have to offer this season. So I'm going to have to go with the Gamecocks over Missouri. Kentucky, they're kind of starting to fall apart. Yeah.
Kind of starting.
Yeah. Either way, South Carolina over Kentucky.
For sure.
So going into LSU, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-0. But here's where the real fun begins. Essentially an SEC gauntlet. Let's see. South Carolina goes into LSU. Either way you look at it, whether it's a day game or a night game, I don't see any way South Carolina walks out with the win.
This will be a night game.
Oh, okay, yeah. South Carolina is screwed. You got over 100,000 LSU fans who've been drinking all day. Yeah, South Carolina doesn't see a W in that stadium.
Missouri is ass. They can go back to the Big 12, Big 8. Oklahoma too. I'll miss you.
Peace, Emily. Oklahoma, their first year in the SEC, they went 6-6. Don't know what they're going to look like, but based off of what I saw last year, yeah, I'm taking South Carolina, especially at home. Alabama. This might be a surprising one because they did lose Jalen Milroe in the draft. They have lost a few players to the NIL transfer portal. On top of that, they just have not looked the same since Nick Saban stepped down because, he saw NIL transfer money coming so far away that it was like, nah, I got to step away from this. Fuck that. Money's going to ruin the game. So Alabama coming to South Carolina, I'm taking South Carolina in an upset.
South Carolina will be favored in this game, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's more so just going off of the history of Alabama for like the last 15 years.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I get it.
South Carolina, Ole Miss, after one Jackson Dart Vader got drafted to the Giants. Man, who knows what Ole Miss is going to be like, but what's his name still their head coach?
Yes.
Lane Kiffin?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, then I'm taking Ole Miss over South Carolina. Texas A&M over South Carolina, especially since they're playing at A&M. Yeesh. That's going to be loud as all hell. Coastal Carolina, South Carolina gets that win easily. And then, this should be an interesting one. Clemson versus South Carolina. I think it's going to be a dogfight, but I think South Carolina pulls it out.
So you got South Carolina at 9-3.
Yes.
All right. Interesting. Trashville is nothing but a bunch of Yankee transfer. All right, Chris. Trashville's Trashville, bro. Your turn.
I'll just go real quick. I don't think Virginia Tech is going to be very good this year. I think last year, had their season gone different, it might be a totally different story this year. But it went south, and it went south quick.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're going to be very good. To be honest, I got South Carolina starting 5-0. Even though you're coming to Nashville to play Vanderbilt, you're going to do what Vanderbilt does. You're going to do what you do to Vanderbilt. You're going to beat them.
No, it's at Williams-Brice this year. The ones that are in color is home. The shade is either away or neutral.
But you're still going to do what you do with Vanderbilt, and that's beat them every year. And until we beat you guys, I'm not going to believe it can happen.
Right.
Missouri's going to be ass, probably the worst team in the SEC.
Yeah, agreed.
I think Kentucky's only win in the SEC comes against Missouri.
Agreed.
LSU at night. I think LSU gets that ball game. And my reason for leaning LSU there is South Carolina lost so much on the defensive side of the ball. You just don't know what you're going to get going against the talent that LSU has, right? Yeah, you got Dylan Stewart back, who probably should have been the defensive player of the year in college football last year.
Yeah.
But gone are Emenwari and I forget who the other guy is. Kennard. They're gone. Stewart's going to be seeing a lot of double teams. So what does the rest of the defense do? I think LSU gets that game. Oklahoma's not going into Columbia, Williams-Brice Stadium, and beat South Carolina. 6-1. Alabama, that's such a toss-up right there. I love Ty Simpson at quarterback for Alabama, but is he going to be able to do to that offense what Lenore Sellers can do to South Carolina's offense? I'm not sure he does. I'm going to give South Carolina a win in that game. 7-1. At Ole Miss. I don't think Ole Miss is going to be as good as what they've been in the last 2 or 3 years. from all indications, it's going to be a freshman starting at quarterback. And 9 times out of 10, when you're starting a freshman at quarterback in the SEC, you're going to struggle. I give South Carolina the edge in that game. At Texas A&M, again, Marcel Reed coming back. That's a very talented team. I think that's South Carolina's second loss on the year. So then you got Coastal Carolina. That's an easy win. And then you go into Clemson, who I think is going to be one of the top 3 teams in the country next year.
It's at home.
Williams that's Rice. Right. It's at Williams Rice. But I think Clemson's going to be one of the top 3 teams in the country next year. I do believe Cade Klubnik is, for me right now, Cade Klubnik is the front runner for the Heisman.
Say that again.
You did. I might have stumbled. Cade Klubnik might be the front runner for the Heisman. The way he developed himself last year, that's a really good quarterback. So,
I told you.
So I have South Carolina at 9-3 with the 3 losses to at LSU, at Texas A&M, and against a top 3 Cade Klubnik.
Maybe so. I don't know him that well, to be honest. So, neutral site game against Virginia Tech in Atlanta, Georgia. James pointed out this will be a home game. 90% of that stadium will be garnet and black. Make no mistake, it's a short drive to Atlanta. Gamecocks start 1-0. South Carolina State, I love them, but yeah. That ain't going to happen. Vanderbilt coming to South Carolina is never a good deal for Vanderbilt, no matter what year it is. And the history will prove that. At Missouri, I don't think it matters if we played them in London, England. Missouri is going to be really bad. We saw what happened when Drew Lock went down last year with a bunch of talent. They were abysmal. They couldn't move past the 50, and they had some of the best receivers in the nation. They're going to be bad. South Carolina wins that game. Kentucky's going to be super bad, bro. Like, ever since Stoops tried to jump ship, you saw what happened last year. Ain't nobody playing for them. They were just there because they could until they could hit the portal, or they had a nil deal they signed and they had to honor it or whatever. But Kentucky's not winning this game. And now we come to LSU. LSU cheated. Well, the refs cheated for LSU last year. South Carolina would have went up 21 or 28 points in that game. It would not have been close. I don't think LSU is as talented as everybody tries to say they are. And I don't think Nuss is really that good. South Carolina shut that motherfucker down in that game. I think South Carolina does the improbable and beats LSU at LSU because I don't think LSU's that good. Oklahoma doesn't have the talent to beat South Carolina. Alabama certainly has the talent to beat South Carolina, but South Carolina had 4 fumbles last year and still only lost by 2 at Alabama in a hostile environment. I think South Carolina wins that at home. Ole Miss, I think there's bad blood there, and I don't think Ole Miss is going to be good. I don't think their quarterback is good at all. Like, I think he's really bad, actually, to be honest with you. I think South Carolina wins this game. So this notoriously puts South Carolina at 9-0. So, oh my God, everybody's there. Andrew's just saying that because he's a South Carolina fan. 217 miles is probably a lot closer than what Blacksburg to Atlanta is. So, but there's a lot of Gamecock fans in the upstate, and I can be in Atlanta in an hour and a half from where I live right now in the upstate. So that is true. So now we go to at Texas A&M. This is where Gamecock's going to Gamecock and Beamer's going to Beamer. It's a hostile environment against one of the most talented teams. I just don't think South Carolina has what it takes to win this game. Coastal Carolina will be an easy win. So I got South Carolina at 10-1, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is a Gamecock homer, whatever." Chris and James will both tell you they've known me for years. I've never picked South Carolina to do better than 6-6 in the 2 years that y'all have known me. I haven't but there's something different about this team, and they showed it last year with how they went 9-3. It's a different feel. They lost a huge production on defense, and then turned around and scored some of the best defensive transfers in the game. Plus, got 2 5-stars on the defense in recruiting. I don't think we're going to see that much of a fall off, to be honest, especially with Dylan Stewart out there. So Coastal will be an easy one. So now, I've said I've been agreeing with Spartanburg more Auburn with the Lake fans. I will tell you, I've been to Clemson and I have been to Auburn, and they're both just ass. No, I'm just kidding. I love your cities. So South Carolina's 10-1. So am I going to choose South Carolina to go to 11-1, beat their rivals? It's at home. South Carolina's going to be hot. No. South Carolina does not play well against Clemson at home, never has. Most of their wins come on the road at Clemson. And to touch on Chris's point earlier, Clemson is a top 3 team. Whether you like it or not, if you like Clemson, hate Clemson, Cade Klubnik is the best pure quarterback in college football. I said it last year too. This is no surprise. Y'all can back me up on this. I said he was the best quarterback in football last year, and I still believe it this year. And I think Clemson has probably one of the 3 best teams in college football. And I think Clemson may win it all next year. A lot of people understand Clemson, they have been paying players since the 70s with New Spring Church and other. We know it through IPTAY. They were busted in 79. They were busted in 81 after they won the title. They were busted in 87. They were busted for Osterring. Clemson's just a dirty program. But they win. So give me Clemson to win this game. I got South Carolina at 10-2. There are no North Carolina fans in the upstate. I'm just going to be honest with you. Like, I live here, and I've spent like 32 years of my life here. So, no, there's not a lot of North Carolina fans here. Clemson is a cult. So I got South Carolina at 10-2. 10-2 should be good enough to get them into the playoffs, especially with this daunting schedule right here. And I say that to say this. If South Carolina does not make the playoffs this year with Lenore Sellers, all the transfers they hit in, Mazio Bennett Jr., Nicholas Harbor, if they don't make the playoffs this year, we may never see South Carolina in a playoff. They're never going to have it better than they have. And I get this is the nation's toughest schedule. So just so y'all know, we have 1 year where we drop down to number 9 toughest schedule. Then we're right back to the nation's toughest schedule again. If you look at this schedule, it speaks for itself. But I don't know if you agree with me or not, James and Chris, but if South Carolina don't make the playoffs this year, that may be they may never make it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, if they go 10-2, they should be. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but I think this is a make or break year for Gamecock Athletics, and I think it's a make or break year for Shane Beamer. You have the talent. They put in the money in nil. People have opened their pockets. South Carolina got some of the best talent in the country. They put the money in, like it's there. We got Lenore Sellers, who I think is the most explosive player in college football. Now, is he the best pure quarterback? No. Can he fuck you up? Yes. How many times last year did we see him with a 15, 25-yard lost sack, and the next thing you know, this motherfucker's 42 yards upfield? We saw it a lot last year, and I see no reason to think he won't do it again.
So did you hear the NCAA is actually talking about banning the dead leg just because of Lenore Sellers?
Hey,
Fuck that guy.
It is what it is.
Fuck that guy in the dead leg.
And have you been drinking or something? No, I don't drink at all, actually. Who's from the upstate? Who's from the upstate? I'll go check Oklahoma's schedule. It was actually Rocket Sanders that did the dead leg, not Lenore Sellers. But But Lenore Sellers, I think Lenore Sellers is the most exciting player in college football. And that's fun for me to say because
Oh, Carolina's jackpot. I know who he's talking about.
I don't. But outside, I mean, the last player that we've had that we could be as excited about as Lenore Sellers was Jadeveon Clowney. And we're talking 12 years ago.
Yep.
I don't know if y'all would agree with that, but
I know who Jackpot is. He'll live stream games and do his own commentary without showing the game on TV. And you want to talk about the most bipolar South Carolina? This dude is bipolar. But
you sent me a video of him that time. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where my friend called in and acted like he was God, who is Cat Williams. Called in and was talking like he was Cat Williams and said, Vanderbilt's going to beat you. I was dying.
So I can't remember who it was. It's a notable Vanderbilt player. You probably heard this as well, Chris. I might even actually heard this from you, to be honest. There was a Vanderbilt player, and he's in the NFL now, I want to say, and he said that he cannot die until he sees Vanderbilt beat South Carolina in football.
That's Bruno Reagan. He played a couple of years and he played like for the UFL or WFL or something.
XFL?
He played for the Battlehawks one year, and then he played, I think there was a team in St. Louis that he played for.
Yeah, that's the Battlehawks.
Yep.
I think Lenore Sellers is the most explosive player, the most fun player. I don't think he's the best player. I think Cade Klubnik's the best quarterback. But I do think Lenore Sellers is the most exciting player. Have you ever had a South Carolina player? Have you ever heard of a South Carolina player getting this kind of hype before, Chris, outside of Clowney in your entire life? Nope.
Clowney, who was the defensive back when Clowney was there?
Stephon Gilmore.
DJ Swearingen.
DJ Swearinger, but DJ Swearinger didn't get the kind of clout that Sellers is getting right now. They're talking Heisman and all of that. But I don't know. I love me some Sellers, y'all. Like I ain't even gonna lie. So let's do FAFO before we get to the next one. Which one haven't we done? Oh, I just like this one too.
Не зря купил себе 15. Что, ебанулось? Лошадь. Ебать! Чё, мужик?
Even the dog was trying to play peacemaker, like, nope, ignore her. Let's go home. Let's go home. You want to give me a treat?
Man, the crack of that fucking limb, man, she was out. I guarantee you she was not out. I guarantee it.
She hit the deck.
So one more time, y'all, for those who haven't seen it, and watch the dogs this time. That, especially when the tree starts coming down, watch the dogs.
Не зря купил себе 15. Что, ебанулось? Лошадь. Ебать! Чё, мужик?
The dogs are like, abandoned ship. Fuck this
We don't know her.
I don't know that bitch.
Oh my god.
Oh my, that's like a group of skinny young men going, and then Brock Lesnar cracks somebody over the head like, bro, we don't know him.
Wait a minute. Break out the usher. She hit the flow.
Oh, she hit the floor for real.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, definitely equal rights and left. So Greenville Big and Speedway, I've only been there for the fair. The one thing that Andrew does not like is racing. Like, I cannot stand that shit. Chris tries to send us videos about racing all the time, and I have to remind him, Chris, I don't know nothing about this. it just ain't my thing. I'm not a racing guy. That's just me. I like golf. Like I watch golf all day long, man. I love me some golf. Golf
National championships coming up next week, either this weekend or next weekend.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be watching when I can. But I'm telling you right now, golf is a beautiful sport, especially when it's like, all right, you got 4 guys left. They're all within 2 or 3 strokes of each other, and there's 4 holes left. They're all within 2 or 3 strokes of each other, and you got your last 2 groups, and they're all golf is so much the pressure that these people must feel. Think about this. There's probably like $10 million on the line here.
Yeah.
Because these golf events are huge, right? And you're playing against 3 other fucking superstars that are just fucking amazing with the golf clubs. And now it's 4 people, 3 strokes, 4 holes. It don't get no better than that when it comes down to drama in sports. I don't care what you say. You can say golf is boring, but when it gets to that, it's really fun. Really fun. So funny story. I don't like sweet tea either, bro. Not only
Really?
I'm a racing fan,
my God.
but I don't like. You can ask my wife. I don't drink sweet tea. I don't fucking drink it. I drink unsweet tea.
The fuck is that shit, James?
Hey, we were going through Missouri. How the fuck there's a Buc-ee's north of Texas? I don't know. But look, I got this, and I thought I can piss my wife off by getting some Kansas City Chiefs gear. That ain't going to happen anytime soon. I can piss her off even more getting some St. Louis Cardinals gear. That definitely ain't going to happen anytime soon. That's a divorce wait to happen because she's a Cubs fan. So, fuck it.
Okay. I respect it.
I mean,
they don't have a lot of fans anyway. They need all the help they can get.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you,
Springfield, Missouri, if you want to go to Buc-ee's.
I will be dead in the cold ground before I recognize Missouri.
Plus, I got it just because it was like, fuck it, I'm here. Might as well get a souvenir.
So I'm gonna tell you right now. We went to a Buc-ee's down by Myrtle Beach when we were on the way there. I spent exactly 15 seconds in that motherfucker, looked around, saw all those motherfucking people there. I said, nope. And we walked right back out. You can ask my wife. Yankee sympathizer.
Hey, I went into Buc-ee's, knew exactly what I was going to get, and I was out of there in like 30 seconds or less than 5 minutes, give or take.
I knew Andrew was a Northern Yankee. No, I'm from Travelers Rest, South Carolina. It doesn't get no more country than that. By the way, the North won. Missouri.
Came down here and burnt your shit.
Yeah, no shit, man. I mean, I love history as much as the next person, but ain't but one flag I'm ever gonna fly, and that's the American flag.
Right there, baby.
Hey, look.
Best part is I just found out about this. Somebody at Buc-ee's forgot to do their job.
So James stole it. I see.
No, I paid for this bitch. They just forgot to do their job and check for this fucking thing. How the fucking sensors didn't go off? I'm like, I checked as soon as I got home. I'm like, oh fuck, I might have stolen this shit.
I'm gonna tell you. I don't want to piss any of my Southern fans off because most of my fans are Southern fans, but I don't fly the flag of losers. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there. I've got no loyalty to any other flag but the great American flag, and that's just how I feel about it. Every other flag can kick all the rocks. I just want to throw that out there right now. Terry, what's up, man?
What's good, Terry?
Now, Terry may love the Confederate flag, but Andrew does not. Terry's cussing me out right now. We about to get a 2-paragraph comment, and I'm here for it, Terry. So I love it so much how we just segued into whatever the hell we were segueing into. That's why the show's so much more fun these days. I really like the new format of the show, doing some other things and talking because, like, because like when it was so structured during the college football season, and it probably will be again because we have so much to talk, it was streamlined, and I was like, hurry, 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 trying to rush everybody through. But I like this because I don't care what we talk about. We don't do too many. Travelers Rest is Little Asheville now. You haven't been there in a while. He said, hell no. He said, I'll wipe my ass with the Confederate flag.
Second that.
There's no sprinkles for ice cream in the South. I mean, they do. We do have sprinkles and ice cream here. I have been to Polk County, Tennessee. I'm sure I've been all around Tennessee. I can't pinpoint it right now, but have you ever been to Pickens County, South Carolina, where Clemson is?
I've been to Polk County.
Sprinkles are for winners. Hey, just because the South lost doesn't mean the South ain't part of the winners now. That's how it works. So there's sprinkles here. We be part of the winning team. I just drove through Travelers Rest, man. I spent the first 17 years of my life in Travelers Rest, bro. I haven't lived there since 98. But I did spend my childhood there, and it'll always have a
I have
in my heart. No, but everybody keeps talking about a Dairy Queen there.
You damn right.
So I have been to Iowa, but I don't think I've ever been to Denson. So let's get to the moment of truth. I guess you know what, James? I would normally go first, but I really want to go right before Chris. So I really, really do. So if you'll do me the honors of going first here.
For sure, I got you, man. All right, so first up, Charleston Southern. Yeah, I'm taking Vanderbilt for that win. Let's see. Next up, Virginia Tech. Hey, if Virginia Tech can lose to South Carolina, I know them and Vanderbilt are on two different levels when it comes to the SEC. But at home, the only thing Virginia Tech really has going for them is their Enter Sandman entrance, and that's basically about it. So I'm going to take Vanderbilt in this one. Going into South Carolina, yeah, it's South Carolina, no doubt about it. So got them at 2-1 right now. I'll say this though, how the hell Georgia State pulled off that win last year against Vanderbilt was wild. But I think they learned from their mistakes from last year. They relook at the game film, and yeah, I'm gonna take Vanderbilt in this one. Utah State, they've always been a pretty interesting team. Mountain West team, but they're going down south. So I think Vanderbilt takes the win as well. This one, same thing with South Carolina versus these guys. I think Vandy goes 2 for 2 in the upset over Alabama. Like I said, they lost Jalen Milroe in the draft. And again, when you compare this kind of Alabama team to what Nick Saban has done over the last 15, 20 years or so, I mean, it's literally night and day. Like, they just have swag, and that's about it. So, again, I think Vanderbilt goes 2 for 2 in an upset. LSU going into Vanderbilt. I think LSU gets that win. Missouri going into Vanderbilt. Ain't no doubt that Vanderbilt gets that win. Let's see. That's 2 losses. Texas, unfortunately, that is a loss for Vanderbilt. Arch Manning might be one of the top guys for Heisman this year. Auburn, that's pretty interesting. Haven't really done much research on Auburn, but I think Vanderbilt will get that win. Same thing against Kentucky. And they go 9-3 again, or they finish the season 9-3 with a loss to Tennessee. No, the hell he ain't.
I don't think he is either. He forced Quinn Ewers into the draft because Texas told Quinn Ewers, "This guy's starting and you're not."
Plus, you're not going to be that one quarterback from Utah,
right? And that one, the fact that he fell so far in the draft, Quinn Ewers, and got kicked out of Texas for Arch Manning tells you something. Arch Manning is good, and Quinn Ewers they don't believe in. So you have Vanderbilt at 9-3. I'm going to just call some fucking crazy talk right there, man. Vandy gonna Vandy. Let us go. Yeah, he said 9-3, bro. Arch Manning's a drunk. I'm confused. All right.
Yeah, right. Like the dude's got the ultimate cheat code with Peyton and Eli.
Here we go. Charleston Southern. It's a team from South Carolina. But they're not going into Vanderbilt and winning the game. Vanderbilt 0-12. Quinn Ewers is Colt McCoy. I think Colt McCoy is better than Quinn Ewers. I was high on Quinn Ewers, and he proved me wrong. If you watched him down the stretch against the really good teams, he did not perform that well. Anyway, back to Vanderbilt. 1-0 at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech with the revenge game. I don't think he had them. I don't remember. He had them losing to South Carolina, LSU, and Tennessee. I think.
Texas, or actually 8-4, because they lose to Texas and Tennessee.
Texas and Tennessee. All right. I think Virginia Tech, and I called Vanderbilt to beat Virginia Tech last year, and everybody told me it was crazy talk. This year I'm going in the reverse. It's a home and home. I think Virginia Tech gets their revenge at South Carolina. Vanderbilt just can't beat South Carolina. Even when Vanderbilt is clearly the better team, they cannot just seem to get over that hump. So that's going to be a loss. Georgia State, this is going to be what we call a revenge game. This game may get out of hand quick. We may see like 56-10 in this game. Vanderbilt taking out Georgia State. Yeah, Chris is mad about that safety.
I'm still pissed about that.
Hey, we'll get to that. Utah State. Utah State, you said it's very interesting. James, I don't think they are. I think they're interesting ass, and they're going to an SEC stadium and getting their ass whooped. That's what I think's fitting to happen. They are not beating Alabama at Alabama. Alabama is going to be pissed off in this game. It's I don't think Alabama's going to like drag them or nothing, but I do think Alabama wins this game. So through the first 6, I have them at 3-3. Right? Yeah, 3-3 through the first 6. All right, then LSU at home. I don't know, man. I think LSU wins this game, to be honest with you. Missouri, Vanderbilt will beat Missouri pretty good, actually, to be honest with you. Which puts them at 4-4. I think they lose to Texas at Texas. I think Texas might be the best team in college football, so that's no knock on that one. They beat Auburn. Auburn is not good. This notion that I've been hearing everywhere across social media and people saying Auburn's going to surprise people. No, the fuck they're not. You tell me how Auburn got any better. Like Jackson Arnold is Peyton Thorne. He proved that at Oklahoma, bro. He ain't good. He's just not good under pressure. And his offensive line just got worse at Auburn than it was at Oklahoma because they had a great offensive line. I see Jackson Arnold cannot save Auburn. Vanderbilt wins this game. Kentucky and Missouri are going to be the 2 worst teams in the SEC, and that even includes Mississippi State. That's how bad Kentucky's going to be. Vanderbilt may win this game about 56-20. And then Tennessee at Tennessee. I got Tennessee winning this game, putting Vanderbilt at 6-6 for the year, which is really good, knowing Vanderbilt historically. And this is a tough schedule. Make no mistake about this. This is a rough schedule. But with Tennessee, I just don't know, man. Like, they should be a good team, but like, all the drama, I mean, give me Tennessee, but I don't know how good they're going to be. I got them at 6-6. Vanderbilt Stadium is a shithole. Cody Savinsky would agree with you. Yes, he would. I got them finishing 6-6 as well. Pavia will transfer to Auburn mid-season.
See, Terry's just mad because he lost a bet last year because Vanderbilt had a better record than UCLA, and he had to wear a Vanderbilt hat. He's just mad and jealous that he ain't got a team like we got.
So I think I want to pull this up real quick. I think they go 6-6. I think teams can fuck around and find out against this Vanderbilt team, and they could possibly even go as high as 8-4 if they were to sneak a couple games. Or Vanderbilt can fuck around and find out and be Vanderbilt like they used to be, because we've seen them be high on the hog before and end up 5-7, 4-8. So it's really just a mystery, but I think they somehow, some way pull out 6 wins. That is. Yeah, that should be okay. I think they somehow pull out 6 wins. So you got them at 8-4. I got them at 6-6. And I was actually very okay with Vanderbilt going last, because I have really, really, really been looking forward to what Chris has to say about this. So, man, I can't get a clear picture of this. It's pissing me off. But Chris, it's your turn. Break down Vandy for us.
All right. Nothing too crazy. I think we beat Charleston Southern handily. Virginia Tech, I just don't think they're going to be that good. We actually took one of their wide receivers away from them and one of their offensive linemen. So when you got people leaving Virginia Tech to come to Vanderbilt, you know the situation's pretty bad at Virginia Tech. I think we win that game. South Carolina, again, until we beat them, I have to mark that down as a loss. So I got us at 2-1 right there. We're beating Georgia State. We've got that game circled. 3-1. We're beating Utah State. We're 4-1. I don't think we go into Alabama and win that game, but it would not shock me if we did. Again, Alabama's not the Alabama that they've been the last 10 or 15 years. It would not shock me if we pulled the upset. I just don't think we do. So first half, I got us at 4-2. I think LSU beats us in Nashville, but I think we keep it close. We kept it close last year. Had a chance at the end. We just didn't get it done. I think it's going to be a very similar game this year. LSU gets out to a little bit of a lead. We keep it close. About a 7-10 point game. Missouri, ass. They got an ass whooping coming. We're pissed off because we got cheated out of a win last year. We're beating that ass for them this year.
I agree. I agree. I do.
Texas, I think they handle us. Two touchdowns, maybe 17 points. That's just a good football team. No shame in losing that game there. Auburn. Fun fact. Vanderbilt is 22, 22, and 2 lifetime against Auburn. Auburn is the only school in the SEC that does not have a winning record against Vanderbilt. And even more intriguing, Hugh Freeze is 0-3 against Jerry Kill. Jerry Kill, as you know, is an offensive assistant at Vanderbilt. He beat them with Diego Pavia when Hugh Freeze was at Liberty. And then went into Auburn with New Mexico State and Diego Pavia and beat Auburn with Hugh Freeze as the head coach. And then last year, again, Hugh Freeze lost to Diego Pavia and Jerry Kill in their own house. I think it's a mental thing that Hugh Freeze can't beat Jerry Kill and Diego Pavia. I think we win that game. I don't think Kentucky's going to be very good. We win that game. And here comes the fun one. Tennessee. Nico ain't saving you this year. You don't have a quarterback that can get the ball to the wide receivers that we know. You lost a ton off your offensive line. You lost a ton off your defensive line. You got some good secondary players coming back. Your projected starter at quarterback is a guy that lost his job to A.J. Swan, who got ran out of Vanderbilt because he was an ass. I think that's a winnable game. I think we shocked the world and beat Tennessee at Tennessee. So, I've got us losing to Texas. I got us losing to LSU. I got us losing to Alabama. I got us losing to South Carolina. 8-4.
All right, so we got 2 8-4s and a 6-6, right? He says AJ Swan is the GOAT. AJ Swan will be transferring back to Vanderbilt after one season with Appalachian State.
Yeah, no, he's not welcome back in Nashville. Clark Lee ran his ass off and don't want him back.
So, yeah, I don't think he's very liked there. Answer my wife real quick. All right, so before we go to the final subject, so here's where we're at. This UCLA schedule. That's why I was doing it in the background. And clap Vandy's cheeks. Yeah, I would love to see AJ Swan go to Tennessee. All right, so I had because Terry's in here and I want to go through this real quick because we got one more. Sorry. So week 1 at Utah, they're not, old man retired finally, but the other quarterback is really sit down. The other quarterback is really good. I think UCLA takes the L to Utah. I think Utah is going to be good this year. Game 2, UNLV. UNLV's a really good team. But I think UCLA beats UNLV. I think they beat New Mexico. I think they beat Northwestern. So they start 3-1. But then comes the fun. They're going to lose to Penn State. They're going to lose to Michigan State, who somehow have one of the best transfer portal classes in the nation with no money. So they're playing with dirty money. Maryland, I think Maryland's really good. I think Maryland beats UCLA. I think Indiana beats UCLA. I think Nebraska beats UCLA. I think Ohio State beats UCLA. I think UCLA beats Washington, and I think USC beats UCLA. So I got UCLA at 4-8, bro. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I got UCLA at 4-8 personally. So and if Vanderbilt and UCLA were to play each other, I'm picking Vanderbilt in that game.
Can I have some fun with this?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
They're losing to Utah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dan Mullen goes in there and exposes UCLA's head coach as a fraud. Dan Mullen is a damn good coach. He's going to have UNLV playing some good football. I think UNLV wins that game. If UCLA can't beat New Mexico, they need to shut down their football program. New Mexico is probably the worst team in college football. And I don't say that lightly. Northwestern, if you can't beat Northwestern, again, shut down your football program because that's not a good football team right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Penn State, I actually have them winning the national title. You're not beating Penn State. Michigan State, on the road at East Lansing. Good luck there. I think Michigan State wins that game. I will give them the win over Maryland. I'm not sold on Maryland. They're rather mid, but I think UCLA pulls a shocker there just because of the travel all the way across country, which is stupid. Indiana, better coach. They're going to win that game. Nebraska, better talent, better coach. They win that game. Ohio State, man, UCLA should just keep their planes in Los Angeles, not even fly out there because they're not winning that game. It's a wasted trip. You're not going to compete with Ohio State. I'll give them a win over Washington.
Yeah, Washington ass.
Mm-hmm.
But they're losing to USC. So I've got them a win over New Mexico, a win over Northwestern, a win over Maryland, a win over Washington. I got them at 4-8.
You also got them at 4-8. Even though you and I chose different paths to it, we had the same record. James, real quick, you want to break this down?
Yeah, I'll break it down pretty well. Yeah, they may have lost their old man at quarterback for Utah, but I mean, if their backup is just as good, then yeah, I could see Utah getting that win. UNLV is definitely getting that win as well. Yeah, like Chris said, if they can't beat New Mexico, then y'all just better pack it in. Now, some of these away games versus the Big Ten teams, especially Northwestern, yeah, they're not good. But when it comes to, late September, early October, that's when the bipolar weather starts. And UCLA, or just SoCal in general, is a place that freaks the fuck out if it drops below 60 degrees or even 50 at that. Depending on what that temperature is looking like, if it's going to be windy in Northwestern, I'll take Northwestern in an upset. Mostly based on the weather. But, yeah.
Chicago boy there.
Yaddy, no. Telling you, man, come up here during like late September, early October, and so on and so forth. It is a different ball game up there. But Penn State, UCLA, just don't even bother showing up. Just don't. Penn State, the game is over before y'all even step on the field, and that is a straight fact. All right, so let's see. 1, 2, 1, 3, 4. So right now I got them at 1-4. Again, they're going up north to play Michigan State. They're taking that L, 1-5. Maryland, this could be an interesting game, but might be close, but I'm going Maryland. Indiana, somehow they had a winning record last season. Best schedule of all time, no doubt about it. But no, Indiana gets that win. So does Nebraska. So does Ohio State. Just especially mid-November. Yeah, that game's over before it even starts again. They get a win over Washington, and we all agreed that USC is getting the win, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, yeah, I'll take 2-10.
2-10. So
3-9 if they can actually handle the game against Northwestern.
UCLA will find a way to win 4. I gotta believe that. So if you say fuck you to Chris, you gotta say fuck you to James, because this dude said you gonna get 2.
3 at best, Terry.
3 at best.
Andrew, tell me what you know about UCLA.
Josh Rosen.
As far as what?
Well, UCLA is in Los Angeles.
It is.
I'm happy to be here, right? We need to get that clip. And every time Terry starts chirping, we could play the clip of his coach at Big Ten Media Day saying, UCLA's in Los Angeles. I'm just happy to be here, dumb butt.
Yeah. There was one dude I worked with in the Army. I'm like, man, Utah is going to play the University of Spoiled Children in the Big 12 championship or Pac-12 championship. And this dude with his technically having ass, he's like, technically speaking, UCLA are the spoiled children. We're the blue like, shut
the door.
Bro, shut the fuck up. It's a fucking joke. Obviously, your fat ass can't take one.
It's gonna be a 3-on-1 good old match, apparently.
I don't know. I feel like Andrew is gonna give us that Shawn Michaels super kick that he did to Triple H in that triple threat against John Cena.
I mean, somebody's getting super kicked. If it's a 3-on-1 match, I'm kicking somebody. So to go to our final.
Hold on. Give me about 30 seconds here.
Okay.
You're going to love this. You are going to love this. Go to the bottom video and media assets.
I'm going to poison him with yogurt.
So, Terry, is that yogurt handmade?
All right, hold on. Let's play the video that Chris put up before we go to our final subject.
I'm sure you guys don't know too much about UCLA, but our football program, but we're in LA. It's us and USC. We I'm just basically excited, really. That's it. Any questions?
In a second.
So that's a man that knew his team. That's a man that knew his team was ass.
I mean, that right there was the equivalency of 50 Cent trying to say one nice thing about Ja Rule. He's alive. We're in LA. We're happy to be here.
Yeah.
This is the coach. This is the coach that Terry thinks is going to go 7-5 on that schedule.
Yeah. You know, and I would point that out. That's a pretty rough schedule. You drew Penn State and Ohio State.
Yeah, and Terry, no disrespect, the last time UCLA was actually good was when they had Josh Rosen.
And they weren't that good then.
Yeah.
To be honest, the last time I remember UCLA like on my radar, like I'm paying attention to them as a serious contender is back when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was their running back. That's the last time I was like, okay, this is a good fucking team. But that's it. Like, can you name me some other UCLA teams since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Chris, that you were like, yeah, they could win it all?
No. You thought when the old Oregon coach went there that they'd be able to do something.
Yeah, you talking about Chip Kelly?
It just never panned out. He was never able to duplicate it.
Well, there's a big difference. Oregon has Nike money. Yeah. UCLA does not. Oregon has fans that show up to the game. UCLA does not. Those are big factors. Nobody wants to live in fucking LA. Taxes are outrageous, as hot as balls. Oregon is
$1 million for a fucking shack.
Yeah,
Yep.
Oregon's beautiful. It has nice weather. Who's DTR?
I mean, plus, like you said, Oregon may have Nike money, but, you know, Nike is located in Oregon, but that's neither here nor there. The fact of the matter is Oregon has money, UCLA does not. And you would think, too, being with the last letters being LA.
So, as much as I hate to say this, there are 3 programs that I've noticed over the past 5-10 years that just seems to be good in every fucking sport. That is Oregon, that is Texas, and that is Clemson. Like, these 3 schools are in the fucking playoffs in every fucking sport. You go to fucking soccer, Clemson wins the national title. You go to fucking cricket, Clemson's in the finals. You go to golf, Clemson's in the finals. You go to You go to tennis, Clemson's in the finals. You go to college football, they're in the playoffs. You go to the NCAA tournament, they're in the NCAA tournament. You go to baseball this year, they're probably going to go to Omaha. I mean, it's just sickening. Like it really is. Like these three athletic programs are the best athletic programs in the country: Oregon, Texas, and Clemson. And to be super honest with you, nobody else even really comes that close. Better in some sports, but across the board, no. It's them three and everybody else.
Yep.
And those are facts. As much as I hate Clemson, I gotta call it as it is. They have a fantastic athletic director, a fantastic athletic program, tons of fucking money up there. I mean, they just do. They were being dirty and paying players for years, and now they can do it in the open. Oh shit, man! And it's showing. It's showing. Look what Clemson's doing as an athletic program, top to bottom, including the major one, football. Hi. Ooh. So I'm gonna kiss my wife. I love you. And we're gonna go. Where did Chris go?
I don't know. 1 minute he's here, the next he's not.
Huh? Why? Did they?
I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened either.
I just went poof.
Yeah, it was crazier than that ghost figure clicking the end stream when we were doing when Andrew and I were doing like a quick recap.
Yes. I can make you some cheeseburger quesadillas.
No.
I'm a little distracted right now.
Yeah, I saw the T-shirt come across the screen. I'm like, oh, somebody's getting a milkshake.
Yes. That I had a rough day today, and now I've got to do my show and got a show.
And now your wife is distracting you with two things.
Yes. But with that being said, we love Terry. I really do, and I hope Terry comes on next week. But be safe out there, Terry.
Be safe out there tonight, Terry.
But with that being said, Vanderbilt would beat UCLA in football at home, on neutral, and probably in LA, just to be honest with you. So now, James, I want you to pick your three favorite duos here. You can go in any order, not one per row, just your three favorite.
So right off the bat, I'm going with a good old classic breakfast meal of bacon and eggs. It's hard to beat that, especially when it comes to a good old Sunday morning breakfast. Let's see. Next up, I'm going to have to go with chips and salsa. Awesome appetizer, especially when you're having a get-together and bringing people over. It's the easiest go-to to have some food out and get things started. Third one is tough because it is a three-way tie between burgers and fries, spaghetti and meatballs, and biscuits and gravy.
Well, it's the name of the game is not give me your two favorite in a three-way tie. It's meant to be hard, James.
Yeah, but ultimately, I've had this my entire life. I'm not going to skimp on it now. Third one, I'm going to have to go with spaghetti and meatballs.
Okay. I'm not eating that, but Terry has chosen bacon and eggs, soup and grilled cheese, and biscuits and gravy. What do you got, Chris?
So
and you do yours next.
This is really, really hard. I'm not even going to lie. Every weekend, it's a ritual of mine. One day, either Saturday or Sunday, whichever one, I will fry 4 eggs over easy in butter.
Okay.
So I guess since that's a weekend staple every single weekend, I got to go bacon eggs, number one. And that's when it gets hard. because I got to narrow it down to 2 out of the next 4.
And it's hard.
It is. Um, I can mess up some grilled cheese and tomato soup. Um, I can absolutely destroy a mess of biscuits and gravy. Nighttime snacks. I always choose between um, 4 chocolate chip cookies and a glass of milk, or a couple peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. It's hard to pick, um, but I'm gonna go with biscuits and gravy. Um, I I can put some biscuits and gravy away. I'm just telling you. And give me extra gravy so that when the biscuit is gone, I can take my spoon and eat the gravy off the spoon. I ain't wasting no damn gravy now. And then I'm gonna have to put something sweet in here. So give me the milk and cookies.
Okay. Honey, you want to pick your 3 or no?
So can I have the cookies without the milk?
Yes.
Okay, so I want cookies.
Cookies.
I want the biscuits and gravy and the eggs and bacon.
Eggs and bacon. So all 3 of you chose bacon and eggs. Did all 3 of you choose biscuits and gravy too?
No.
No. Okay. All right. So all of y'all chose bacon and eggs, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. All right. My turn. Number 1, I'm taking soup and grilled cheese. Man, tomato soup and grilled cheese just hits better than anything else hits. Number 2, I 4,000% agree with Chris, man. Biscuits and gravy, are you fucking kidding me? And I want so much gravy that like it falls off of my biscuit as I'm eating it, and then I take the spoon afterwards and eat the gravy. That is for show.
Got the spoon.
Now this is where it gets hard because it's between 2 here for me. I love chips and salsa. I love them, but I love peanut butter and jelly too. But I'm going to use Chris's methodology here. I'm going to need something sweet. So give me peanut butter jelly, soup and grilled cheese, and biscuits and gravy. Man, fuck, I can eat all that shit right now.
Fun fact, I went to make a peanut butter jelly sandwich last night, and I found out that we was out of jelly. I was like, damn it. So today, on my way home from work, I stopped at the store. I got a jar of Blackburn's strawberry preserves and Blackburn's Concord grape jelly. You damn Skippy, I'm having some peanut butter and jelly tonight.
Hey, look, if you do it like I do it, you just get an Uncrustable, let it thaw. You never had a peanut butter or jelly.
Hey, I'll say this. Up until I went to basic training for the Army, never had biscuits and gravy a day in my life. And so I went in with the mentality like, you know what? You'd be surprised how good it tastes when you're starving. Man, I took that first bite. I thought I was in heaven for a second.
So let me warn you. If you're ever traveling, do not, and I swear on my life on this, do not stop at Cracker Barrel and eat biscuits and gravy. They put fucking sleep medicine in that shit. By the time you get 30 miles down the road, you're nodding off. That shit knocks you out. Do not do it.
Hey, I'll take my chances at having biscuits and gravy at a Waffle House.
Look, if I'm going to Cracker Barrel, I'm getting chicken and dumplings. I'm gonna
chicken
get
and dumplings,
fried
biscuits
chicken,
and gravy.
the catfish they have. I mean, I love Cracker Barrel, bro.
Tear up some Cracker Barrel now.
Yeah, me too. He says he carries gravy in a thermos. So now comes the hard part. Eliminate 3, James.
Oh boy.
Chris got roofied.
If you eat biscuits and gravy at damn Cracker Barrel, you're getting roofied. They put sleeping shit in there.
Let's see.
That's great.
I'm going to have to go with cheese and crackers, burgers and fries, this is a tough one right here. I'm like playing that Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music in my head right now.
So he's getting rid of cheese and crackers, burgers and fries, and chips and salsa. I know it's hard, man.
It really is. Fuck it. I'll keep the crazy talk going and go with PB&J.
That is crazy talk.
Crazy talk. That's
PB&J
crazy
is
shit.
good as fuck, man.
I was kind of leaning towards it. Like, should I go with chips and salsa, even though I had it on the list? But other times it's like it can be too basic.
I love chips and salsa, bro. I love it. Chris, which three are you eliminating? Then you can go.
Okay, so fun fact. Whenever my better half makes spaghetti, we have to get a jar of Alfredo sauce. Because the tomato sauce in the spaghetti and meatballs is too acidic for me. I can't handle it. So off the top,
Like
spaghetti
acid
and
reflux
meatballs.
kind of thing.
Yeah. So off the top, spaghetti and meatballs. Now, if the chips and salsa were chips and queso, it'd be a different story. But again, I'm not a big fan of salsa. Sometimes it'll tear my stomach up. So I'm going to put the chips and salsa on this list. But if we're talking chips and queso, that's a different story. And I can mess up some cheese and crackers. So I'm going to have to put the burger and fries on here, process of elimination.
Well, both of y'all put burgers and fries on there. Okay, Emily.
What am I doing?
You're eliminating three.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Not the lone wolf.
Burgers and cheese and crackers.
Okay.
Bye.
Cheese and cracker. Bye. That's right. First of all, I just want to go ahead and say eliminating cheese and crackers and peanut butter and jelly is crazy talk. I fucking love cheese and crackers. But y'all probably gonna say crazy talk to me. So number one for me is bacon and eggs. I love eggs, but I do not like bacon. I do not like them at all. And like all of y'all pick that, and that's fine. But I don't like it. Number two for me is going to be spaghetti and meatballs. I love spaghetti, but I am not eating fucking meatballs in my fucking noodle pasta, man. That shit, meatballs are nasty as fuck. If it were spaghetti without meatballs, it wouldn't be going because I love spaghetti, especially baked spaghetti. But the fact that there's meatballs in it, nah, that shit can kick rocks. And the third one, I'm going to agree with y'all. Burger and fries got to go here. Burger and fries are overrated. I like to have them. We had them last night. Don't get me wrong. But I'm 100% choosing peanut butter jelly, milk and cookies, soup and grilled cheese, cheese and crackers, biscuits and gravy, and chips and salsa over burgers and fries every day of the week, man.
Plus, with burgers and fries, it really depends on the situation as well. Like if you're having a cookout outside, you got the family over, and you're slapping them down on the grill.
Like I said, we had them last night. I grilled them. I love grilled burgers. But compared to the foods on here, man, milk and cookies are good, bro. I love milk and cookies. Like, I'd eat that shit all day long. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, that is awesome. So with that being said, we got one more subject.
You Lord, oh Lord, you Lord, for Sunday. You Lord, oh Lord, you Lord, for Sunday. You Lord, oh Lord.
I got got a warning last week about the old song that we love so much, so we had to put some non-copyright music on there. James, final thoughts.
All right, so I actually came to figure out that this weekend is going to be a blast, as Saturday night's main event will be happening this Saturday. World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso, yeet, puts his title on the line against the one dude who wants to be taken seriously as a WWE superstar, Logan Paul. So that'll be fun to watch. Aside from that, tomorrow's episode is going to be a blast. 3 topics that are going to be talked about are the WNBA returning, MLB teaming up with FanDuel Sports Network, and a top 5 list of the playoff atmospheres. I'm talking like October baseball, the Stanley Cup playoffs, March Madness, NFL, NBA. Pick your top 5. It's going to be a total blast.
So I have to close tomorrow, but I want in. I'll take a break. I want in on that top 5.
Hell yeah.
That's a great top 5 to do. I want in on that. I'll just go to my car and take a break or something like that. But yeah, for sure, I want in on that one. Chris, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. So I'm just want to remind everybody that this weekend is a holiday, Memorial Day. And let me tell you what that's about. Primary purpose of Memorial Day is to remember and honor those who died in service for the country, regardless of conflict. If you've never done it, go visit a military grave somewhere and help decorate the graves of some of these fallen service members. You can use flags, flowers, whatever you want. It's a very humbling experience to do that. I encourage you, if you've never done it, try it just once in your life. Give some of these fallen guys some honor, and don't take this day lightly, because men died to protect the freedoms that we have in this country. To come on here and talk about these topics that Andrew comes up with us every week, it's a blast to do it. We couldn't do it without those guys falling before us to protect our right to do it. Keep in mind, as you celebrate the holiday, you start your summer cookouts and all of that good stuff this weekend, just be mindful.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more. People, and to go even deeper down the rabbit hole, most of these people that are dying for our country were 18, 19, 20-year-olds.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Not people that have lived their life and then, but still, still giving your life at any age is important. But to think 18, 19, 20, you're like, my whole life's ahead of me, but this is more important, and you laid down your life for it. And man, that is the ultimate tip of the cap right there.
Yep.
There's no man in the history of the world braver than an 18-year-old man who gave his life for the country and the people that he loved. That is the bravest, most manliest people that ever walked this earth, and you'll never convince me otherwise, ever. But with that being said, that is the end of the show. I really had fun. I love doing the food. I love doing the picks. I don't know, man. I'm thinking next week, maybe we'll do some more teams. We'll do Alabama for Emily, because she should be on next week. We'll pick a few more or whatever, and I'll have a bunch of food stuff. If you're on my social media at all, I like the food stuff. Stuff like that. But with that being said, you've been watching Villains, the podcast on the Villain Media Network, and as always, Matthew 24:13.